Renewable energy is the answer to the trilemma. It gives us security of supply into the long term.
Gas, if you get it from the right people.
Well, it doesn't, because the trilemma is about decarbonisation as well, and about price. Renewable energy.
Decarbonised gas. I've heard about this one from many of the big energy people for years.
Price, you have to pay for gas, and you have to pay for the decarbonisation technology. The levelised cost of energy from renewables is way beneath all of those. It's the cheapest.
So, but in terms of the very specific issue, if I may, just one more time on what the European Union is or isn't doing with gas prices at the moment as well. When is a cap not a cap? When it's this cap, it seems to me, because it just wouldn't have even come in this summer as well. But delinking of gas prices and wholesale prices part of the solution?
Yeah, it's got to be. I think if you can delink, the business case for renewable energy is that it is the lowest cost form of electricity production. But consumers are not enjoying that at the minute. They're not able to get the full benefit of that cheap cost, because at the minute the merit order means that we have to pay the price, which is defined by the gas price.
So let's go right back on this one as well, because this is absolutely key. Now, whether you're a sophisticated investor or energy trader, or whether you are the most unsophisticated consumer, I'm near the latter than the former. We have so much renewable energy in the UK and elsewhere now, but regardless of that renewable energy, we're all paying sky-high prices for our energy this winter as well. I just can't see why that is, and the answer is because of what you just said, yeah?
It's because of the merit order. The price of electricity, the wholesale price of electricity, is defined by the marginal price of electricity from the most expensive production. Now, we can delink that. There are caveats that I want to talk about, and the caveats will be that in the past, when renewable energy was much more expensive, investment cases were based on a higher income. So when one looks at delinking the wholesale price of electricity from the price of gas, one has to look backwards and respect the investment cases of the past investments. However, going forward with the low cost of electricity from renewables, of course, I think the renewables energy industry is pretty united in saying we want consumers to enjoy these lower prices.
Can we talk about how we are tracking with renewables now this year? I mean, the motivation is there. Everybody wants to press the accelerator and get to a position where there's a huge input from renewables. What are the barriers? What are the hurdles at this point to further adoption?
I think there's a number of them. We do need consents to come through. The consenting process is cumbersome. One of the big barriers right now is supply chain. You know, let me one statistic. The UK's ambition for offshore wind growth, if we continue on the trajectory that we're on for the growth of offshore wind in the UK, by the middle of this decade, I'm told that we will be consuming 25% of the global production of wind turbines. Now, we have to look at supply chain. We have to invest in the supply chain across the board and ensure that the technology is available for all of these developments.
If we think about that proposition, then there's a number of big players in the wind turbine market. Is it up to them to ramp up capacity because they can do it most effectively, or is it about new entrants coming into the market?
It's about a wide range of things. It's not just the big companies. It's about the small companies that are available. It's about right down to the chips and the supply of chips that are going into the technology, the supply of steel. You know, the commodity price of steel, and in the UK we don't build turbines directly, but we can build blades, we can build towers. So we need to invest in the entire supply chain to meet the demand.